everybody. All right. Yeah, I don't normally do this on Wednesdays. I normally take Wednesdays off, but I had some time and there's a little project I've been meaning to do, and um, you'll see I'm in a tunnel, but I'm in the tunnel right here next to. Let me make this just an easier way to get over here. Next to our storage system, and you can see we open this up here. Um, we've got stuff just falling down. I don't really care. It can be spawned for all I care right now. Um, but what we're going to do is we used to have that, and you can kind of see it. Let me see if I can. Really? Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see the stuff just. We got the. One of the farms is spilling down into here, and it's the melon farm, and it's just taking up so much space. It's taken so much of my time to maintain, and I've got this little device over here I worked on a little bit earlier, and this is going to help autocraft some blocks for us, and I need room to put at least two of them down, plus some sorters, copper golem or two, and I feel like I just wanted to take it here behind this. Now I can't, like you can see this right here, that's the outside. And this is right here. So what I have to do is just take it along the bottom here. Probably just going to use hoppers. So we're going to take it along the bottom all the way back here. And the plan is to drop it down into some sorters similar to what we have here. Let me build a way to get out of here. Similar to what we have here. And then, so it'll sort. Basically, I want it to sort. Into the different things we have. I gotta be careful because there's a chunk base right there, but as long as everything's on this side, it shouldn't matter. So I just got to make sure. Now this is already iffy right here. This right here is along a chunk border, so like I've been having issues with this last one right here, but last I checked, yeah, it's still holding up really well. So no real big issues right there. So we're opening up this back wall. I've already passed it. Yeah, we're opening up this back wall here, and I'm going to start with this, but I think we're going to have to go all the way up to floor level here, even though I don't really like doing that. Just to make room for everything. So that's what we're doing tonight. I was going to do this anyway off stream, but I figure why not? I've already done the redstone. All I have to do is just transfer it over. So that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Yeah, I don't want to make this space too big. I like to keep things as compact as possible, but we may have to, once I get everything flowing over here, I may have to like change some things around. We may extend it, but we'll see. I may switch to my non-silk touch pickaxe because I'm getting a lot of stone. Actually, nah, I'll just keep it this way. I'm getting like a ton of stone right now from all the mining and resource gathering, and I'm actually filling up my storage system with it. Um, I don't really feel like going and resetting all the filters, so I was thinking about just changing to a non-silk touch just to get some cobblestone. But I mean, I guess we could just change this to cobblestone manually now. So, alright, and let's see, we got this. Let's throw a torch down here so we're not, so it's not too dark over here. The zombie just fell on my head earlier from outside, which is weird because nothing should be spawning up there. So I didn't know what that was about. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead. As much as I don't want to do it, we're gonna have to go ahead and go all. We may as well go ahead and go all the way to the top. Alright, so let's just get over here and start doing some more digging. We can go. Yep. Okay. Oh, the good thing is I can tell where the top is because it's mostly all cobblestone. It's only 3 blocks, so it should be pretty easy to do that without damaging anything up top. Hey, Minzy, how's it going? Ah, cool, cool, cool. What game are you streaming tonight? You know I'm gonna ask you that question. Oops, did not mean to do that. Just walk along the outside edge here. Yeah, this would work much quicker with this. I don't have to worry about breaking that stone up there. Oh, yep, yep, yep. I was wondering why I couldn't move. I was like, oh, something wrong with the game. Well, I said nothing should spawn at the top, but that may not be true anymore now that I'm putting that roof on there. But where that zombie spawned earlier, that didn't make sense for it to spawn there. So I don't know what's going on. And I lost my good weapons in the ancient city. The last ancient city we did, I got killed, and I couldn't get back in time. My stuff despawned because the warden was standing right on it. Until it despawned, so he was trolling me. Alright, so let's get a list of supplies together. So the first thing we're going to need, am I lined up with that? Perfect. Okay, so we're lined up with that one. I'm going to need a bunch of... I mean, I guess I could... No, I don't want to do any... I don't want to do a dropper and a water thing. I'm just going to do... for this, I'm just going to use... hoppers. So let me go grab some hoppers. I'll need... I'm not going to count, but I'll need quite a few. I just kind of want to bring it over here right now and not worry about too much other things. So I was going to drop it down here on floor level, but I think it'll be easier if I do that because I have pretty much unlimited space here underneath because the build's not going to go that far. And I may need to go... Hold on. We have iron over here, I think. Ugh. I may have to go to the iron farm and grab some iron. Let's throw some of the stuff I don't need to be holding on me right here. And then we need some treasure chests. Let's see how many hoppers we can make with what we have on us. I mean, that may be enough. 23? No, that should be plenty, actually. I'll take a crafting table and some treasure chest over there with me. I'm not sure what else I'm going to need. I'm going to be very methodical about this. We're going to drop some things into our sorter. Up here so we can get it out of our inventory. I could let the golem do it, but I'm just going to do it this way. We're going to... keep a stack. I need to keep this on me and this so I can fix the top, and we'll need this. The torches I can convert over. I don't really need to worry about the carpet right yet. I'll just stick that over here. Get that out of the way. Alright, let's get a little workstation set up over here. We'll just drop a chest down so we can throw some stuff in there that we may or may not need. Anyway, just stuff to get out of our inventory anyway. Let's craft these into decorative torches so they stack. Hey Kevram, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is a big enough space. Now, what did I just had all those in my inventory. Like, I drop all those in that treasure? I did. I made all those hoppers and dropped every one of them in that treasure chest over here. Ugh. Brain doesn't seem to be firing all cylinders today. I'm good. I'm good. It's just been one of those days, man, where nothing seems to be like clicking for me, but I'm still here, still around, so can't complain too much. Oh, let me show you guys how this little device here works. This device, it's an auto crafter. So I'm gonna need let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 stacks of melons. And you guys probably know what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna load this up, and these comparators are looking at this other auto crafter here, and I've got the pattern set up. It's a pretty easy pattern, but I don't want to make seeds, so I want to make sure it gets full before it does, and then I have it on a clock that's going to register as soon as something hits. So we'll see this, and it should make a full stack of melons for me, just spitting them out. It's just going to save a lot of time. I can just sit here and just catch them. Auto crafters are one of my favorite things now, and it's basically just, it's the same clock, or the same clock I use for my droppers in my water lines, so it's just like, you know, it just spits everything out into the water line. The big thing right now is getting the stuff sorted. So it'll go where I need it to go. And I kind of want to use iron golems for it, but I know I'm going to run into an issue with just in general, like with like how do I get the iron golems to, or the copper golems to like, so they're gonna find a chest. So they're gonna find a chest, and if that chest is empty, they're gonna put whatever's in their hand in it, no matter what. But so I have to filter the chest, but also have to drain the chest into that system. So I have to figure out a way to have that hopper lock when there's only one thing in it. So if there's 2 things, one will drop out, and then the hopper will immediately lock and not anything in there. So I'll probably have to use some comparators and everything. That's just something I want to have to figure out. And I jumped over here, and I shouldn't have done that. So let's... So we need... I need a block, which I don't have. Grab a block out of here. I just need a temporary block for now, so I can run my hopper line. So we're gonna just put a block right there, and hopefully I have the reach on this. I should. So you want all these hoppers to hit, to basically hit that block. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Why am I bad at this tonight? I grab those. I do not want those to despawn. Those are kind of expensive to make. Jeez, man. Me. That, so maybe that'll be a little bit easier. I'd say this elytra is actually annoying me. So let's... Why did it do that? It should not be doing that. Alright, I've got to get up and over that. Easier said than done, I think. Let's see. I guess I'll just have to go around. I can get on top of it going this way. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you don't plan accurately, but in my defense, I knew this was going to be temporary anyway, so... And then... Alright, now this hopper, I need to break it. And... boom. So now everything that falls into there, it should be going down here, and we'll test it by throwing these melons in here. I always test my hoppers. And they should be right about there. Okay. I don't know where my drop spot's going to be yet, so I'm not going to add any more hoppers to it. So let's all think about this. So these are going to drop down into a double copper chest. Or... or I can make some of these item filters. See, that's what I'm thinking. It'd be easier with item filters, but it's going to take up a lot more room. Because we've got melons. We got 4 things coming out of here. We've got pumpkins, melons, sugarcane, and possibly more, actually. So we need 4 chests. And the 2 chests on the out. We need 4 chests. But they can't be side by side, right? I mean, I could put double chest. Actually, double chest would probably work. Yeah, double chest will probably work. So if I did 4 chests like this, right, and did... I don't know why I came back that far, but that's just going to take extra time. These golems don't need that long of a... let's see, because if I bring that chest all the way down in this back corner, and we can do... Oh, you guys are going to see what I'm talking about here in a second. So a double chest probably will work. So if we go... boom, boom. I mean, it's going to be kind of a waste of a chest, but... actually, no. No, I can do it. I can do it as a single chest. That's what I want to do. Because I have to get these back in the system somehow. So, let's bust all these out. Okay. And then behind it, I'm going to set some temporary blocks. Because each of these will have hoppers going in them. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these hoppers have to lock when there's one. And I think if I put a... Let me get a redstone torch. Let me go get a redstone torch. Instead of guessing, I just need to do this before I get too long. If I place a redstone torch... Hey, how's it going? Glad to see you guys here. Let me get a redstone torch, and I'm just gonna test this real quick, and just make sure that if I place a torch underneath it, it's gonna lock the hopper. Alright. So if I drop something in here, it shouldn't move. Okay, so that does work. And this one should be working just fine. So if I drop that in there, yeah. Okay. So that works. So... gonna have to go a layer down to do some redstone. We'll go 2 layers down because I like to be able to walk down here if I need to. So I have to turn these things on and off. So it actually may be better if I put the torch on this side. Right? So if I put the torch here, like if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that should still work. Alright, now these things have already... Oh yeah, it's working. So yeah. So those are all locked hoppers. Now to get them... It's really hard to do with all of them together like that. Because I need them looking at... I need these blocks here. Looking at comparators. And this seems like the easiest way to do it. Because I always need the same 4 items going to the same 4 things. So, if, you know, it's going to be easier working with just the exact items, so I know exactly where they're going to go. So let's do that. Let's just grab 4 of the items. See, now I'm thinking it'd be easier, because of the way that is, just to do the item sorter. I don't know why I grabbed so many. I only literally need 1 stack of each. So this, this, and this. That's the 4 raw pieces of things I need. You know what? I might as well go ahead and grab some more items over here. If we do the filters, we are going to need those. Need these. We're going to need more comparators, so we'll take this, and we're probably going to need some more torches too. Let's take all that. I'll come back for those guys here in a little bit. Yeah, using this much redstone is kind of a pain, and I really didn't want to do it. But I don't think there's any other way to do it. So we need to get a space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting that. And these sorters have to... So it'll be easier if I just drop that right down here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With that, but I want to do something different. Well, couldn't I take the comparators and put it underneath, right? So, okay, let's think. Let's see. How does Minecraft work? Alright, let's clear out some space down here. Okay. So we got a little bit of space, and we want to keep these up. But see this... Well, I guess I could put repeaters in to keep the... So I need a block to be one direction. Well, let's see if the theory works here. So if I take... So it has to have something to compare to. Oh, my treasure chests are in one of these things here. Alright. Alright, first let's just... These may or may not be the things I put stuff in, but we're going to do this because... This is going to be a lot of figuring out here. So do that. Grab those. And if we take some treasure, if we take a treasure chest and we go, boom, and we put one item in it, okay? And then we have... I don't know if this is going to work. Oops. I had those around backwards. Okay. Oh, no, it's got to look at... It's not going to work. I don't have enough room for that. That's not going to work. I mean, in theory it could, but I've got to use a comparator here and attach it to the same circuit looking at this, and I have to do that 4 in a row. I don't think that's going to work like I want it to. So let's... Let's fill up the hole here. And dash the hopes of dreams of using copper golems and making it easy. Ugh. I mean, we're still going to use copper golems. It's just this is going to be a lot more difficult than I initially hoped. Alright, let's go dump. Alright, so we got some cleanup work to do, so let me just dump all this stuff here. So we need 4 sorters, and it takes so many resources to make those things, though. Okay. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Right tool for the job. So is there a way to use copper golems to do this system without using so much redstone? Because here's the thing, if copper golems get unloaded, it's not going to ruin the system. If a sorter goes out of chunk, like, I would literally have to stay in here until all that stuff gets done. And I don't want to do that. That's just going to ruin my playtime, because I want to drop stuff from the top. I mean, this is bad enough, right? Going through here, but this is pretty quick. Let me think. Wait. Maybe I could do it with the same concept as this. Ooh, testing time. So let's, no, it's... Because, see, I could do... Right, because it's 41, and then those will always stay there. But then you're going to get into the same... And then it's going to turn off the lamp. There's a torch underneath. If we put the torch, because there's a repeater down there that activates that torch. Because I mean, I'll have to go down one more level. I think I'll have to go down one more level regardless, so let's just go ahead and do that. man. Drop some blocks down here. I might as well pick them up. This has turned into a much better project than I initially needed. I would love to be able to do this without redstone. Except for, you know, the part where I need it to make the full blocks. Alright, that was thunder. I need to go sleep, otherwise monsters will be flying down in here. And that is not something I want to deal with. There's a bed down here somewhere. So we need all four of them to go through filters. Then once they go through the filters, not where I need to go. So once they go through the filters, then we can use copper golems to take the items where they need to go, because there will always be something to mark the filter and lock the hopper. Wish there's a better and more compact way of doing that filter, but I don't know of any way, and I'm sure there is. I'm sure people smarter than me will do it, but I know this is the tried and true method right here. This one actually works. So if I... which way do I want to run it? I mean, to make more sense for the redstone to be in the back, right? Because it's going to take 5 slots. So let me grab some. Hopefully I have... I don't have enough stuff for that. I didn't expect to have to make these filters again. Get a couple stacks of these. I think I have everything I need as far as I do right now. I'm going to determine the amount of copper golems shortly. Ooh, I need copper chest. That is important. Because these have to be sorted into a copper chest. No, they don't. They can be sorted in regular chests as long as they make it to a copper chest. I will need at least 1 copper chest, though. So let's... I think I put those over here. I did. Let's just take them all, just in case. And we'll go through the back way here. Yeah, it's kind of nice playing without all the lag like we had last night. That was an honest boo-boo. We didn't know that it was going to create that much lag to create another XP farm. The old XP farm didn't do that, so you know we were all kind of flabbergasted on how that transpired. So we need to go. So the thing we need to build is going to look a lot is like this, this, this. And then that. And yeah. like that. But not quite. It'll look more like this, and then it's gonna have some stuff I don't have on me. What I need: redstone torch, repeater, redstone dust, and then I forget where does the torch go? Okay. So it goes on the outside of that one. Okay. That's what I was thinking, but it never hurts to double check. So we want to put a redstone torch, which will be the item that is going to actually lock the hopper. Boom. Now let's see how much of this I can do from memory and not screw it up. Redstone repeater. And then we need dust here, here, here. And then a repeater going or not a repeater, a comparator going that way. And then a hopper. Oops. Why is it not? I have better just put this back up here because I've hit that thing so many times. There's no telling if it's in reverse mode or not. Okay, so we can put. I forgot you got to squat to put the hopper in because that does have a toggleable thing on it. So we go there, and then this hopper here. I don't know why I did that. I need this. Go right there. Like that. Pointing down. And then we can go there and then start going this way. So we want to go down here, and what we need is either a chest or a barrel, and I think I can use a chest right there. I don't think that's going to matter too much. Why a chest and not just drop down in there? Because I prefer to have collection points. So if I ever need to hook anything up to this, right? If I ever have to hook anything up to this, I've already got a thing in place where I could do it. I'm actually going to use 2 treasure chests. I think it's more thorough that way. And then we can get rid of that hopper and that hopper, which has stuff in it already and just went into that. Let me grab that hopper up there. It's alright, I haven't set my filters yet. Okay. And then let's kill that. And while we're up here, we'll go ahead and put our hopper in right there, so everything is falling into this chest now. Go down here and grab this guy. Okay, so this chest is here. Our hopper line is going to have to go across this way. So we're going to go boom, boom, just like that. Don't worry, I'm gonna clean this hopper out in a second. I just need to make sure that our hopper line is going to go the correct direction. And I'm actually not going to connect that yet until I get a filter set. So we're going to do the first filter. And we're going to do that in 2 seconds. So let's... So we need this. We need 4 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to go out 1 more. Okay. And now we want to go... I'm not going to have enough hoppers. I'm going to have to make more. So many filters. Oh, I have just enough to finish this part. I mean, I guess if I can... Okay, cool. Okay. I'm gonna need... Okay. Let's see. This is one of the things I'm gonna have to sort. And then... I'll need treasure chest. To figure out a good way to do this. I have to put the treasure chest that way. So we'll sort to that treasure chest. And then... I need... Okay, mirroring this. Right here, right? Okay, over here is where I need my... copper chest. Somewhere over here. Doesn't really matter where, just somewhere over here. I don't particularly like gravel, so I'm just gonna cover the gravel up. Yeah, welcome everybody into my thought process. So I hope you enjoy being in my mind for a little bit. This is me just working through. This is something I would normally do on the creative server, but I thought this would be a little more fun. Maybe not for everybody, but for me. So that we know the filter's working, let's go ahead and set that sucker up. So we're gonna go, we need these. That's the only thing that I didn't have on me. And then whatever we're gonna sort, so, hmm. Yeah, see, this is gonna be where it gets a little weird because now I have to have. I think the two at the end need to be the things that I need to, because we need to have everything go into a double. It has to be a double chest because I have to have two different. Or I could just put the lopper line. So. Actually, I think the easiest thing to do would be put the. So I got all the space over here. But the sorter's right there. So these would have to. I can always change the filter. Let's just get the filter set. So this is how you set a filter. You see these are named X. They're basically junk. I'll never put beats in here, especially beats that have a name like that. So let's put one of our items that we're not going to put through the auto crafter. So this, it should go all the way down to 41. And then our hopper will lock. Perfect. And we should have whatever's left in here. Boom. Okay. It works. So I need to do that a bunch more times. Okay. Let's just get the skeleton built here and put my repeaters in. I think I have enough repeaters to do this. Yes, I do. Because those repeaters are hard to get to once you put the once you put these blocks on top of it. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and throw our redstone out. And because of the way the math works and the power level work, it doesn't matter how much redstone you have up here. It's only, it won't break. It will not break. Then we're going to go. And then we have our redstone torches. Yeah, see, I'm afraid our copper golems are going to be a little lower than what I wanted. I'm going to have to use a water line to send that stuff back up to where I need it. I was really hoping to avoid all that. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. I don't know. I am going to need some more comparators. Now, let's... I should have all the stuff to make a comparator, but let's just make sure. Well, I need more torches. I knew that. And I need quartz, and I knew that. Quartz, torches. And then we're going to need some comparators. So I can only make 2? Are you kidding me? Oh, I can only make 2 because of the... I want to make more than 2. I want to make as many as I can because I use a lot of them. In other projects too. And well, okay, I'll make 6. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, so we put our torches out. We actually don't need the repeaters right now, but I will need the comparators. We'll need those. Okay. And hoppers. Treasure chest. And hoppers looking down into the treasure chest. Like this. Okay. So let's put our filters in. Now this part is done pretty much. So we got pumpkins in the, or no, we had, oh, I need pumpkins. What happened? I thought I had a whole bunch of pumpkins. Like, did I put them over here like an idiot? I did. I put them over here like an idiot. So let's put our pumpkins in this. So you want to put your 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pumpkins. Then we're gonna go 2, 3, 4. Bamboo. Then we are gonna go 1, 4 melons. And 41, 41, and 41. Okay. Okay, and then that's fine right there. I'm not too concerned about that. All right. So with these, we can bypass. So we don't actually have to use chests for these, but we're going to, just because I kind of like having them. So we're going to go boom, boom. Then it will come out here. All right, let's put a temporary block up, because this is the way I want to do it. We want to go into there. And then we want to go into there. And then, oops. And then into there. So now all those things will go back through unsorted back into here. I know, guys, that looks silly, but multi-item sorters are a pain, and I don't want to really mess with them. So that's actually what we got to do. We got to unsort. We got to sort, then we unsort. Whoa, hold on a second. Why are there... Wait a minute. Did I screw up? What did I do? What did I do? Why are there... Why were there these? Why were these in there? Because... Okay, now I've got to test it, because now I'm a little concerned. So let's drop those. Okay, those should end up over here. Okay, they are. Pumpkin. Sugar cane. Okay. That's an issue. Wait. Okay. No, no, no. That's right. Because it's going to go down here. It's going to go down here. It's going to hit there. And then the sugar cane should end up in here. Right? Yeah. Okay. There's probably always going to be something locked in these hoppers, and that's okay. As long as it's the correct item. Okay, so we got those two. Now these guys need to... So this is where we're going to need an extra layer here. And we're just going to create as much area as possible. We'll go out. We're going to go out quite a few. Okay. I'll make more space if I need to. Huh. I love how the decorative ones seem to float. Okay, now these actually, I may still go ahead and leave a chest there, but it's really, those really aren't that necessary. Let's see. That goes there. And then we want this one to go into that one. That way we can swing these around wherever we need them. Okay. I need some auto crafters. So let's go craft a few auto crafters. I'm going to need 4 for this little thing. Let's see. This, and then what do we need for auto crafters? That is not a crafting table. Let's see. That's not it. So for an auto crafter, we're going to need a dropper. So let's craft some droppers. We need some redstone. Boom. We need 2 droppers. Which is convenient because that's all I had enough to make. And we're going to need some iron. Iron. I bet I dropped that over there. I did. Iron. Yeah, I think after this little project, I'm going to have to go get some more iron. At our iron farm. have to go get it now. Think I'm gonna have to go get it now. Alright, we got a side quest. Off to get some iron. I go through a lot of iron. It's about to turn night. Man, I've been AFKing for a while too, and I don't know how long it's been since I slept. I'm probably gonna get attacked by phantoms, so we'll just how did it line me up right with that? Ugh. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna miss that little elevator when I take it down. Let me go ahead and put this other helmet back on. Alright guys, it's been a little over an hour. I'm going to take a really quick break. I suggest you guys do the same. I'm going to go ahead and start run an ad, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, everybody. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. So we got iron. Let's see, we need droppers. We need this. Oh, we need these. What else did we need for those things? Oh, iron. Duh. Oh, I've got a bunch of iron. Okay. Alright. I said I needed 4. Ugh. You know, I need... Okay. There we go. These. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make some more repeaters. But I won't make them quite yet. Alright. So the first thing we need to do is we need to set, boom, that fella up just, well, put it like that. Yeah. And then comparator like so. Okay. And then we'll need the comparator going that way. Into a repeater. Oh, this thing. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to see if I can do this from memory. Oh, we need a block. We're going to need a block right here. We need a solid block. Right behind that comparator. And then we're going to need some redstone dust. Here. And we need to fill this hole in. Oh, this is going to be... I got my orientation all wrong. Okay. Test run. Let's spin back at this. So really, I need it to start... I need it to start this way. Comparator into that. Comparator right here. Now I've confused myself. Dang it. I was hoping to get through that without confusing. I had it right the first time, and now I'm starting to second guess everything. So let's go up here and take a look at my prototype. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was second guessing myself. I got this. I got it now. All right. Yeah, this direction makes a bit more sense anyway, so let's go band. Thank you, Tinker Tap. I appreciate that. And don't worry, it confuses the hell out of me too. Uh, so let's see. So we're gonna go this way. Not do that. I want to go ahead and turn my power level on here. Not really a power level. It does kind of double as a power level, but it's really telling the rest of the system how many times we need a block here. Okay, now block here, and then this just facing out whichever way I want to. So we want it facing here. Now, if I've done this right, let me find. Okay, we'll take those out, and we'll see if this works. Now, if I've done this right, this should work. Okay, perfect. Cool. Let's do. Should make two. Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed to do. Ah, okay. That's the wrong brick. I really want to get to like my actual builds, but I got all this redstone stuff to do first to get the sorting down. But all right, so this guy needs to be spitting into a chest. Yeah. Actually, huh. That may work. If I set this other one up. Oh man, it's working those hoppers around is going to be the pain. Alright, let's take all this stuff out of here. And yeah, it's this one. So let's put all that stuff back in there. And then, because we got this hopper line coming out here, this is our regular stuff. It's not going to be pretty, but I think this will work. So let's build our system backwards now. That's always fun. Ugh, man, I hope I have enough room for this, because I really, truly do not. Tip, never put your redstone on... Well, they say dirt, but I don't mess with gravel either. Yeah, okay. This is definitely gonna work. Okay. So we need to have a block here and a block here. Yep, we're just doing the whole thing in reverse. The only thing is that we're gonna have to I think we're gonna have to come out one more block on this side, like that. We'll just... Repeater, redstone. Clock is installed. And then this is gonna make everything really tight, but it's gonna work. I just have to get a little creative. Well, this part will be easy. So, do I have hoppers on me? I don't have hoppers on me. I'm going to have to make some more hoppers. Alright, so... Ooh. Yeah, because I have to go around this fella here. Otherwise... stuff will just fall down in there. Oh, no, it won't. Oh, no, 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 no. It won't. It won't. I mean, it ain't going to work if the hopper's pointing into itself. So... But let's do this. Alright, let's go ahead and get this chest out of here. Get that chest out of there. And then... Okay. I have to get a little creative with these guys. So that one's pointed straight down. I need this one and this one right here. We're going to take him all the way down to the ground. Let's see if I can do this without getting stuck. I don't think I'm going to be able to, so we're going to have to... let's see. So, we need him going that way. Actually, I could absolutely utilize this space right here. So let's have him actually go. Because this is where I need him to go, so we can actually just make this pretty easy. Shouldn't be any issues with taking that guy right up under that. Except that I'm going to need more hoppers. Almost out of chest. Alright, let's go ahead and attach this one to this guy right here. Don't worry, I'll pretty it up here in a second. Alrighty. This should be the... Yeah, okay. So if we drop this in right here, that's all going to go down there. And it should make its way into here, which it won't do anything because there's stone in it. And then that shoots that into... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fortunately, this one right here is going to be a lot easier. I've used so many hoppers for of course. I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but still doesn't mean I like it happening. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. I need some chest. There we go. Oh, I've got a lot of straightening up to do over here. Nope. This. Need some more iron. I'd make more hoppers at once, but I honestly, with the way I build, I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need. This is kind of a mess right here. Okay. And that is... The filter should be here. Okay, those are melons, so let's drop them. Okay, so let's drop the melons up here. How did that stuff make it across to that? Because if I drop... You know what? I'll figure it out in a second. Okay, those are working. So now, those back two, I have to put over here and come into... that chest. And that's going to be the trick. Because I can't really cross over these. Because they're gonna, they'll get pulled into this. And I don't want that to happen. I really need to get them... Okay. So... We're gonna go back on what I said about using... chest. So we're going to take these one level up, even with these. So basically what we'll have to do... Yeah. Okay, this is going to make sense, I promise. Alright. So we go boom. And then these guys are just going to go straight into that hopper. That is what we want right there. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take and we're going to put hopper here. Which brings us up even with those. And should be one more. Okay. My gosh, this actually turned into a bigger mess than what I intended it to. I really wanted to do all this with copper golems, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to make some more hoppers. Oh, I got everything in my inventory. I just need to bust up some iron here. Okay. Now, if all that works, then everything should drop into this chest. So, let's we got all that in there. We're going to drop some more stuff in there. Boom, boom. And then we are going to connect the chest to this. And now this machine should be running. Oh, I almost broke that. That would have been bad. So that means if I shouldn't have anything. Alright. Yeah, those are coming down in there. Those are going down in there. Alright, he's getting stuck anywhere. They don't appear to be getting stuck. Okay, good, good. I don't see any sugar cane. That's actually what I'm not seeing. Oh, it's getting locked in there. I see. Because of that. Yep. I mean, it should be fine. Hold on. Let's do a real test here. Let's get some of this stuff out of my inventory. Before I hook it up to the main system, I want to check to make sure everything works as intended. And believe it or not, this is just the first part of this. I still have the secondary sorting system to do, which will be much easier. It'll go a little quicker. And then my water line to get everything worked back into the main storage system. So let's do the real test. Let's grab some stuff out of here. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's do that like an idiot, and just grab this as much different stuff as possible. Okay. Yes, I can put it in the hopper line up there, but I want to do this. I want to do it this way. And if for some reason that thing's not releasing like it should, with the sugar cane, I'm gonna have to replace one of those dropper, probably with a barrel or something. So let's check. We got nothing moving through there. That's getting locked in. Okay. Let's turn it off for a second. Not too concerned about that. Okay. Actually, I think we're pretty good on... I think I know what we need to do here. So we want to take this out, and we want to take this out. Okay. And we want to take this out, and we want to take this out. So we're going to stay away. Man, I hope nothing. Did anything fall into these? I have to go through and check, make sure nothing foreign's dropping into these, because that'll cause an issue. So we're going to bypass, we're going to come out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put temporary block there, and we are going to I have no room up here. I'll have to do it from down below. This is why we always test. So we need here. Okay. And here. All right. Now we can pop this. And put that right there. Okay. So that should take care of any lock that, because now this isn't powered anymore. So we shouldn't. As I was saying, we shouldn't have any locks on any locks that should be affecting that. Now we may have one locked in here, but once it goes past, it should go straight through here. So we're going to put another temporary block here. And I'm going to grab another hopper while I'm standing up here. I mean, unless I'm doing this all wrong. And trust me, you know, that could definitely happen. So that needs to go there. And then we need to... I knew that was going to happen. I almost always do stupid stuff like that. So let's just go. Boom. And then... So we should have, yes, we got those going through there. And then when the... yeah, so let's just force this to take some pumpkins through too. So now we want to take pumpkins through and make sure they're going through like they should. And we're going to make sure everything's collecting over here the way it should. Yeah, even that hopper. we want to make sure both of these are running. We got 5 and 7 in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop some... let's see. Let's drop some... Let's put this bamboo up there. And this. Go ahead and put this over here too. Okay, I just saw that, so that's working. Whew. Okay. Well, that was fun. All right, looks like we got an ad coming up. Please stay and watch the ads. They help the channel. I better put this back in my inventory before I misplace it. So... we still didn't get... we didn't get melons through there. I feel like we should be getting melons through there. Unless I've probably still got stuff coming through the system like the normal system, so let's drop these in here. And let's make sure that... okay, so they're going through. Bam, bam, bam. Boom. Yep, just saw that go through. Perfect. Okay, that seems to be working. Okay. Still not going to hook it up yet. I mean, there's going to be a little bit that goes through here, but I really need to get these golems going. So let's go ahead and dig out the rest of this. Okay. So this part's going to require water lines, so I actually need to dump this stuff back up in that hopper line at the very top there. So to do that, I mean, I've got a couple options. I can actually just have a copper golem just walk it up and place a into a chest, just walk up and down steps, but that's actually just going to take the better part of forever. So what I can do is I can do some more redstone and just put another ticker in and have a dropper just shoot it through a water line and put it into the system. But I think it's going to overload the system because the things are going to go through too fast. So I really need to just use the golem, I think. And that should, actually, that'll probably alleviate most of my worries. So let's, alright, so let's determine... where this line goes. Ugh. Because, see, golems only put things in 16 at a time, which, you know, that's kind of what I want. So we've got this here. I'm actually going to go grab a barrel because I think I want to use a barrel for this. A barrel is going to make my life a lot easier, actually. So basically all the copper golem is going to be doing is transferring it from one storage system to the other. Kind of like what this guy does up here. He grabs all the stuff that I put in my system. Come on. Ugh, I cannot wait until I don't need to use this anymore. It's way down the line, but still. But once again, we're using, we want to use a barrel because I just need a point where I can connect it with something else if I need to. So, let me think of how I'm going to get it in the barrel. I can put the barrel here and have it go into the system right there, which is probably the right call. I'm gonna need some glass. Okay. And then we want it to go into the hopper right there. And I need to get some glass because I need to make a water line. And unfortunately I closed my door off over there and I'm not breaking it back open because getting that terracotta to do what you want it to do in this version of Minecraft sucks. Get a couple stacks of glass. Or as much as I have. And then I need some water buckets. I'll need more than that, but that'll get me going anyway. And then I'm gonna need some packed ice. And I'll probably need more than 2 buttons, so I'm gonna grab some wood while I'm over here too. Any wood planks? No? Okay. I always build my water lines out of glass because I like to be able to see. Okay. I like to be able to see where I'm going. I'm going to need some soul sand too. Oh, man. Please don't let this be something important up here. Okay, good. Oh, good. It's outside. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this stuff ready because I'll need that. So we need to go. Oh, I won't need it yet because I don't know how. Alright, that looks like a good spot for that to go up. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight. And then we want to make sure things slide in that way. And one more over. And then let's go grab our soul sand. And then we'll build our device to shoot that stuff across. I don't think I grabbed all the soul sand last night. I don't have that much, but I don't have much enough to do this. I don't know why I just did that. That would seem like a waste of time. So I need soul sand right here. And then oh, and we're gonna just build out back here. Okay, so I need a dropper. And those are made with cobblestone and redstone, I think. Yeah. Alright, redstone. So let's get my dropper in place first. You know, I wanted this to be compact. Ugh. But we don't always get what we want, I guess. Alright. I need you smiling at me right there. So let's put that back there. And then we're going to need to do a little bit of easy, simple redstone. So I need this. We got some redstone already. I need a repeater. Let me get my blocks in order real quick, because if I don't have everything where I need it, I get confused when I'm doing this. And you guys know I hate doing redstone on stream. You'll see me use this a lot in my redstone. It's a really good clock. Actually, that's a... Hold on. That's actually going to be in my way going that way. So let's do it... Let's do it going this way. That will make my life so much more easier. And if I put something in here, it should just spit it out. I have no idea where that button went. Oh, there it is. Okay. We'll go pick it up, because... I don't know why. I just want to pick it up. Okay, so we got that, and then we need the copper golem to basically just take things straight to here from there. So we got a little ways for him to go. I mean, I could always bring this back a little closer. Oh, no. I'm being silly. Okay. I can run the hoppers. Yes, I'm gonna need more hoppers. Right in like that, and then go. Go boom. Oh, that's a shame. I need more hoppers. Where's my treasure chest? Get that. Get that. And we'll do... I need, there we go. These new lights, there with that add-on, I really like them. Especially this one right here. But the white one, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that way he doesn't have as far to move. He can reach that just fine. And I need to... Do I have enough glass? I do. I think I'm going to encase this stuff in glass. I don't think anything would be able to spawn back there, but we're going to do that anyway. Alright. So this part is just me making it. This basically making the golem where it can't like do anything silly like try to escape or just like walk off and try to hit a random chest somewhere. So I need some slabs. I don't need that many. Just that there. I think we want to put one right over this chest because they can still open it, but they can't go through this area right here. And we're going to go... I mean, it ain't going to look pretty, guys, but we're going to do it. Alright. And... I'll just go grab a copper golem, but I still do not have any honey in order to like... So I don't have any honey to basically like keep them from oxidizing again. But what I'm gonna do, since I don't have my bee farm up and running yet, that's gonna be really the next big thing, because to finish this system and get it the way I want it to without me having to worry about it, I have to do it this way. Alright, I'm gonna need a bee farm for sure, because I need a bunch of honey. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our copper golem and we're going to put him in here. Alright. And then we are going to simply... We're going to close off this whole area right here. Like so. Oh, but it's not completely closed. That's fine, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these concrete slabs and we're going to throw them here. So if for whatever reason, oops, I still have access to the guy, right? So if he when he oxidizes, he'll be able to... Now, I don't want to activate him yet because I don't have this water line finished, and that's what we're going to do now. So, let me clear out my inventory, because I'm going to need a lot of buckets of water. Alright, there's some water over here. I'll go grab... I don't know how much I need, but if I need more than this, I'll just grab more. I mean, the worst thing is just putting the stuff in the elevator. And you know, I still have to do this in other places too, like dripstone and sulfur cubes. So I don't know why I did this. There's no reason for me to do that anymore. Let's see. So this is going to be a fun little trip here. Let's clear this inventory out. And then... What? Ooh. Trixie, Trixie. I did not see that before. That's my bad. We'll have to fix that. We want to go boom this way, and that'll take us all the way to here, and then we want to go boom this way, and that should take us all the way there, which will drop that into that chest or that thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what everybody, we're going to test it out, but I was about to say, there's plenty of holes in this floor. I should be able to go through. Alright, so let's test it out. Let's drop a bucket in. Oh, wait. I need something that's going to be sorted. Iron. Iron will be sorted. Hold on, I think I have there we go, 4 pieces of iron. So we're going to drop this in the chest. Like so. And then come over here. Perfect. And then this guy should get iron to sort. And he has iron to sort. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Okay, so that works. So let's go over, so there's one more big major part of this that I haven't done yet. And that involves the other side of my storage system. And then once we get this done, we're rolling. And then I'm going to let these guys sort through all this stuff. So basically what we're going to need is we're going to need this. We'll need this. We'll need... Now this produces a lot of stuff, right? And we're not keeping raw bamboo. We're going to keep the blocks. So these farms produce a lot of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. So this, one. Actually, it doesn't really matter about doing this since there's really only one kind of sugar cane. So we're gonna just do. Now, the sugar cane does produce slower than everything else. But that's not a huge deal for me. That's not like a deal breaker. And then up here, we're simply just going to go bam, bam, bam to show all 3 chests are sugar cane. And we're going to do the same with pumpkins. Even though these actually, I think with the extra of these, I'm just going to have them sent to a, I think eventually that stuff will go to a, composter. But right now, I just want to get this taken care of so I can stop worrying about that. And I'm not concerned about wasting too much space back here because, I mean, it'll be fine. I need to put filters in these. But I think for now, I'm just going to put some torches in there. Just to keep them, just to keep the, keep the golem from, like, sorting, like, too much. I'll take them out whenever I put something else in there. Okay, and now we need to activate our... And I'm just hitting all the wrong buttons tonight, so let's just get my inventory situated again. And then go back here and activate you. Okay, and then we'll activate you. Okay. I better hang on to these water buckets until I'm for sure this is going to work. And now we'll activate this golem. And Make sure he's doing his job. Oh, shoot. I always forget about that part. Let me go upstairs and fix the holes in the ceiling. Or at least that one over that water line. Otherwise, it's just going to keep shooting stuff straight up into the sky. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. I can't quite take care of that one yet. We can throw that in there too. And we're gonna put some lighting back here for now. And now, the final parts is we need to go ahead and connect all of these hoppers here. All right, so should take care of that, but I can't really do too much else right now with that, because like filling up that hole and everything, because I really got to get everything out of this treasure chest and over to there. So and plus it still may be pulling stuff into that treasure chest too, so I need to make sure that that's not going to happen. What a mess. Okay, let's... So one thing I have to do is get rid of this chest so there's no danger of anything flying down into it. Things empty out of there. Kind of working out pretty well so far. Oh, there is one other thing I need to do in here. I need my overflow chest. Alright, how many hoppers did I make? I always have to have an overflow chest. That should be enough. And then I'll just use barrel. And then we need to get over here. And then any overflow should go right into this barrel. And I'm not too concerned if I can reach that barrel or not. But it's there. And if this is ever broke, I can click here. And the other one, I can get back here and click there. And then I can check this by looking in here. Oh, okay. Take this last little bit from here. Beat it up with a watermelon. is going to take a little bit for them to sort. Oops, I got more. But in the meantime, I can fix. I got some things I need to fix. Because I don't know how overwhelmed this guy's getting over here. Because that's going to get backed up quite a bit. So I'm actually, this is going to sound really weird, but I'm actually just going to, a lot of this stuff, I want to dump in a composter. Like all these pumpkins right here. Or I'll take, there's a lot of, there's a lot of pumpkins. I'll take these stone with me, but I won't take these chests or this. I need to go fix my ceiling in here. Dump these in this composter. Nope, not that. Not that. That'll clog up the system. Take some of this out, and we're going to make some bone blocks with it. That way we're not clogging up the, because I'm about to drop a bunch of stuff in there, so. And I don't really need as much as I used to. Okay. And I kept to my rule of keeping everything as close to the ceiling as possible. Now, when it gets back behind that log, I don't care anymore. That log's like the the changing point. Oh, what was I doing? All right. Yeah, so these pumpkin farms and melon farms and everything, this has been around since the beginning of this is the first farm I did was that huge farm up there, and I know it takes a while to save this stuff up, but I'd rather do this and maybe have something a little more useful like this instead of like having actually don't want to drop that in there. Guess I could put this here and make sure this is working. Make sure all these guys are doing what they're supposed to do, and you do not appear to be working like you should. So get to work. You either get to work. Now that guy's working. Alright. Make sure everybody's doing their job. He drops those in there. Those shoot up. Oop. Drop down in there. And then they get down here. And that guy's gonna start doing some soul searching, and he should find those pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. This right here. Okay, everybody. I think that is where I'm going to call it for the stream tonight. I'm going to finish this up. We've been running about 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, cleaning up some things down there. And that way we can start running our sorter the way it needs to be. And I will be back tomorrow with another episode of, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be doing Minecraft or Final Fantasy, but I'll do one of those. So, you guys all take care, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subscribe, and thank you all for hanging out tonight. We will see you soon.